Hi guys, are you ready for your next letter? Our letter today is the letter I. Here's our capital I and our lowercase I. This is Innie the inchworm. He says eh, eh, eh. You can kind of see him moving across, can't you? Eh, eh, eh. I is one of those special letters that sometimes doesn't say eh. Like A and E, sometimes I says its name. So sometimes it says I. I don't have a hand motion for that one, so we're going to use for our hand motion. But some of our mystery box has an I sound. Let's look at that I again. Here's our capital I. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 lines. Here's our lowercase I. It looks different, doesn't it? Little line down with the dot. Let's practice trying to write those. Are you ready? So I have my board. You can get your finger or some paper or just your finger on the table or the air. Are you ready? So I is going to be a card at the top. So across the top, big line down, and across the bottom. That one's pretty easy. So across the top, big line down, across the bottom. Did I start down here? I did not, because we remember that our letters start at the top. So that one more time. Across the top, big line down, across the bottom. Sometimes we say it has a hat and shoes. Sometimes when grown-ups write the letter I, they only do the big line. So you have to look at the rest of what they wrote to know if it's an I or a different lowercase letter. We'll talk about that letter later. Let's try our lowercase I. Lowercase I is still going to go down, but it's going to start in the middle. A line down and a dot. Let's try that good. A little line down and a dot. Did I do a big circle? That kind of looks crazy. Just a dot. Let's try that one more time. Little line. A dot. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You can write I. Are you ready to hear my mystery items today? The first one is something that can get very cold. I got one from my freezer. It's very, very cold and it might melt. Think about what it is. I told you some of the things in our box, some of our mystery items today started with that I sound, and this is one of them. I. It's ice. You got it. Your ice might look like a cube. My ice maker makes ice that looks kind of roundish. So that was our I. Here's my next I. Are you ready? Here's another I. Long I sound. Are you ready? It's something that you might use if you needed to take the wrinkles out of your clothes. I usually put them back in the dryer, but there is a tool that grown-ups sometimes use if they need to take the wrinkles out of clothes or placemats or sheets or things like that. Do you know what it is? You use it like this. This is what it is now? It's an iron. When I plug in my iron, it gets very hot. And when things are hot, it helps the wrinkles to go away. Maybe a grown-up at your house can show you how they would use an iron. My third I thing starts with that sound. It's something we talked about earlier this year, like at the very beginning of our year. And it is a fancy term for a bug. Do you remember what it is? Fancy word, fancy science word for a bug. It starts with an sound. And I drew a picture. It is insect. Let's make sure it's an insect. We said insects have 3 body parts. Do you see 3 body parts? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Got that part right. It had 2 antennae. 1, 2. What are those things down there? Legs. How many legs does an insect have? 6. Let's make sure we have 6 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe you can find some insects or some ice or some other eye things around your house. All right. Have a great day and I'll see you later.